Okay. So Rishabh, I have started the recording, and
Okay.
so I'll tell you the pattern first, and as you are fresher, so I will be skipping the leadership principle question because since you haven't worked in the company yet, so it doesn't make sense to ask the leadership principle question. So what I will ask is the pattern would be like 5 minute discussion of a data structure question, right? And then we will go to like around 40 to 45 minutes of one problem solving, right? So yeah, that's the approach. So we are skipping leadership principle question, and last 5 minutes we will keep it for the feedback, right?
Okay, sir.
And
Yes,
just
got it.
one heads up, like you will see me writing some notes, so I'm not doing any other work, I'm just taking the feedback also. So you can continue like whatever you are telling or your approach, so don't think that I'm doing some other work.
Okay.
Okay, so that just a heads up. Okay, Rishabh. So let's start with our interview, and yeah, I'm glad that you have joined for this call. So Rishabh, like,
Yes.
do you can you tell me like which algorithm, which sorting algorithm is an in-place sorting algorithm, either merge sort or quick sort?
Point in place sorting algorithm. So, merge sort. So, I guess quick sort is an in place sorting algorithm.
Mm-hmm. And what is the time complexity of quick sort algorithm?
The quick sort, the best case time complexity of quick sort is n log n, and the worst case is O of n square.
And when does the worst case complexity happens?
The worst case complexity happens when the whole array is sorted.
The whole array is sorted,
Array
and
is sorted.
when the array is not divided equally.
Yes, when
Okay.
the array is not divided equally.
Okay, can you quickly give me a brief like how quicksort algorithm works?
So in quicksort algorithm, what we basically do is we select a pivot, and from selecting that pivot, we basically want the pivot to go to its correct position, and the remaining the all the elements to the left of pivot will be lesser than that pivot, and all the elements to the right of pivot will be greater than that element. So we keep on recursively doing this until our array gets sorted.
Got it, got it, got it. So quicksort algorithm is better than merge sort, or it's worse than merge sort?
So in some cases, it's actually better than merge sort, but the time complexity of merge sort, best case as well as the worst case time complexity of merge sort is both O of n log n. So I would prefer merge sort over quick sort.
Yeah, but you know, right? So in quicksort, so and even in the average complexity, n log n for both, there is some
Yeah.
constant, so hidden. So for that constant, quicksort is very efficient than merge sort. But yeah, but depending upon the use case, depending upon merge sort or quicksort can be used. But yeah, thanks. Okay, so that's on it. Thanks for giving the answers for this one. So let's move it to the next part. So I have shared a collab added link. So
Yes.
can you see what I am
Yes.
writing?
Uh,
Just a sec.
on the screen.
Yeah, I am typing on the screen. Let me see. Just a sec. It's so
Yeah.
from
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
have
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
which language you want to select?
So I'm comfortable with C plus plus.
Okay. So are you able to see what I am typing here?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Sir. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I am writing the question here, right? So I'm
Okay.
writing a question here. So what we have is we have three string. So we have a string one. You can say S1.
Mhm.
Let's say AB. We have a string 2, let's say CD, and we have a string 3 where it is made by combining the letters of S1 and S2, right? So
Okay.
let's say A,
Okay.
C, uh, B, D, right? So here if you see S3 is made up of S1 plus S2.
Mhm.
So 2
Mhm.
plus 2, 4. So S3 length would be 4,
Mhm.
right? And if you see AB, string 1 has AB, so string 3
Mhm.
also will have an A and B at index 0 and index 2, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
string 2 has CD. So string 3 should also have CD. So it is C and D is also present at index 1 and index 4, right? And
Yes.
not index 3, right?
Yeah.
So all the characters of the string 1 and string 2 should be present into string 3, right? But in a sequence. So if you see that string 1 is AB, so in S3 also it should be AB. So
Okay. So it should not be
it
like
should not be
BA.
BA,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it is in
Okay.
sequence matter, but it's like you can say that one character of string 1, then another character of string 2, like two characters of string 1, three characters of string 2, like it can be there, but order should be maintained.
Okay, means the sequence should go in maintain. They
Yeah,
should
yeah,
not be consecutive, like the,
correct,
but
correct,
the sequence should be maintained. Okay,
correct.
got it.
So what you have to do is, so you will be given the three strings, so you
Hmm.
need to return true or false. You need to return true or false if string 3 is
Hmm.
you can say that you can say that it is combined, or you can construct it with the proper conditions which we have just told. So it should have
Like,
s1 plus
okay.
all the characters of s2 plus
Hmm.
sequencing also maintained, right?
Like string S3 should contain all the characters of S1, and S2 and S3 should also contain all the characters of S2. So just for a little point, in this collab edit, it's always showing that your connection has been lost. So I just have to reconnect it all the time.
Okay.
So, can we do it on Google Docs or something like this?
Yeah, we can also do
Any?
on Google Docs. So let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's use it for this time. So for this one, your output would be true in this case, right?
Okay.
So here, but if you see that, let's say S1 is AB, S2 is CD, but my S3 in this case was, let's say, A, B, C only. So this is false. Why it's
No
false? You
problem.
know, right? Because D is not there, right?
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
you know, right, what is the question?
Hmm.
Any
Yeah.
doubt
Okay. Okay.
clarification
Okay.
you wanted to do?
Uh, so yeah, so just so the overall the question boils down to, like, in string 3, S3 should contain all the characters of S1 and S3 should contain all the characters of S2, plus S3, in S3 the sequence of characters in S1 should be maintained, as well as the sequence of characters in S2 should also be maintained,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. If it is
Okay.
maintaining all this property, then return true. Otherwise, return false.
Return false. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So yeah, it's always this reconnection
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. Just
So
refresh it. So yeah. So if you understand the question, Rishabh, then you
yeah.
can take your time. So let me know. I will stop here.
Okay, sir. So yeah, so the first approach that comes to my mind is basically a two-pointer kind of approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what I'll basically do is I'll keep a pointer I over at the starting of S1 and a pointer J at the starting of S2,
Okay.
and I'll traverse through S3 and I'll check if this A matches with S1 of I. So if it does not matches, then I will check if it matches with C. Like, for example, I'm just asking a question like this, a clarifying question. Can I type over here? So actually, it's always getting reconnection type of thing.
Could be an collab added. Yeah, for both
Yeah.
our connectivity should not be an issue, so it might be a collab added issue.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so like the string S3 can be in this case, like if it is like C A D B, this is also valid. This is also a valid string, right?
C A
C A D
D
B.
B. Yeah, it's a valid string. Yeah.
It's a valid string, right? Yeah. So yeah, the approach is like I'll traverse S3 and I'll check on both S1 and S2. So like if this A matches with this A, then I'll increment the I pointer, and then and if it does not matches, I'll keep the I pointer as it is. So like then my I moves over to B.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I moves over to B,
Okay.
and then in string S3 now I have C, and S1 of I is B and S2 of J is C. So it matches with C, then J moves to D, and so I have I at B and J at D, and now again at S3 I come over to B and I check if S1 of I is equal to S3 of J, S3 of K, let's say. So if it matches, then I move over to I increment the I pointer. So now I pointer moves at the end. Then again at S3 I come at D, and again at S2 I come at D. So both of them matches, and both of them move to the last.
Okay.
They are at the end. So yeah, so that's a true
Okay.
case.
So you are saying you will take a two pointer, one pointer at S1, one pointer at S2,
Pointer
and you will
S2.
be
Yeah.
iterating from S3. And
Yeah.
if any of the character matches with either
Matches.
S1 or S2, you will increment that one, and likewise you will reach till end.
Yeah. So one thing that comes to my mind while while going through this approach is like I can have a string like AB, and I can also have a string like AB, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, AB AB, and if my string is of the kind, if my string is of the case like A B B, so I'm just checking if it will work. So if it is A, then I'm incrementing. If both of the character matches, I'll only increment one of them. I'll not increment both.
Okay.
If both of them matches,
Can you
yeah.
share your screen once? Uh,
Uh,
yeah. Can you share your screen?
Screen. Okay, yeah.
Because
Sure.
it's reconnecting, right? So maybe
Yeah,
if
it's
one of them
reconnecting.
share, then it would be okay.
Yeah,
So then whatever you are writing, I will be also in sync.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's better actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you are saying is, so if string 1 is AB and string 2 is also
String 2 is
AB,
also AB.
okay,
And my S3 is AABB.
AABB, okay.
BB. And I'm going through the same approach that I previously told you. So if both of the matches, like in this case, all the three matches, like S of I, S1 of I matches with S3 of like S1 of I matches with S3 of K. So like K is the pointer of S3, I is the pointer of S1, J is the pointer of S2, and K is the pointer of S3. Okay, so S1 of I is equal to S3 of K, and S2 of J is also equal to S3 of K. But I only increment one of them, either A, or either I, or either J. So let's say I increment I. Okay, so now my I moves over to B, and my J is still at A, and this is still at S3 is also still at A. So both of them now matches. So like yeah, I guess a 2 point approach will work. So it will work. Yeah, so I guess
Are you sure that we are covering all the use cases?
mm, first of all, the first is obviously I'll check if the length is same, means S1 plus
So,
size plus S2
okay.
plus size
So I
equal to
am
S3
so
dot
the
size.
second use case which you have taken
Yeah,
AB, in
yeah,
that you told that if both are matches, if both
yeah.
are matches, then you will increment one,
I'll
right?
increment one.
So can you think from this perspective, like is something has to be done here? Like you are right that if both
Hmm.
matches, so
Hmm.
is it something extra we have to do? Can you think from that perspective?
Hmm. Okay. 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 Hmm. As the first contact will here, first contact will here, and the second contact will here. Okay. This will be. Okay. Mm, No, I guess it should work because I'm only increment one of them. Okay, and if S3 is a valid string, if S3 is a valid string, then my claim is that all the characters, all the characters should be in sequence. So if I iterate over them, I should reach the end.
Okay, think
I
about from
should.
this use case, Risha. So let's say write one
Yeah.
S1 equals to ABC,
Hmm. I cannot read it.
uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
ABC, and S2 is ACB,
ACB.
and S3 is like ACB BC, anything, yeah, ACB
ACB.
BC.
DC.
Yeah, now let's say when you are saying so AA matches up, right?
Yeah,
So
so at the first case only it will not work, right? Because the string S1 dot size plus S2 dot size is not equal to S3
correct,
dot
correct.
size.
Oh, okay, let's say A C B B C. One, two, three, four, five. So yeah, just make it correct. Like what is missing? A is there. Okay, double A.
BCA.
Yeah. So let's say at last we have put A. Yeah. Let's put double A then.
Double at the start.
Just a sec. Let's. I'm just trying to see a use case where the two-pointer approach might have to be modified. So let's say A. So you are saying that if any of them matches, you will increment only one.
Only one.
So
Yeah.
here, let's say you incremented, and then okay, ACA. Can you make ACA double BC?
ACA.
Double BC, yeah. So now in this case,
Okay.
let's say both A matches up.
ACA double ABC. Okay.
Okay, now in this
So
case,
okay. Hmm.
IJ and the K index all are at the zero itself.
ACA double BC, right?
Yeah,
ACA. So yeah, all at the zero index. Yeah.
right. Now in this case, what you are saying is if or any if both matches in the string one and
Yeah.
string two, you will increment
Yeah.
only one,
Yeah.
right? So let's say you
Yeah.
have incremented the S1.
Upper one. This one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now second
Yeah.
one is B
Yeah.
and the S2 is still at A,
Yeah.
but S3 now comes to C.
Okay.
What
Okay.
it will
Okay. Okay.
return?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Got it. Got it. Got
How
it.
you will handle this use case?
Got it. So if all of them matches, then and like I need to see. Okay, so just go. Just wait a minute. So like if we check this subsequent character as well, and then we increment like over here it's C. Over here it's C. So the next character over here is this. We have put it in this.
Okay, can you think out loud like where are you going? I might be able to help you.
Uh, yeah, so like I was thinking, yeah, so that's a very good edge case that you pointed out. So like I I also need to make the decision like which in which string I need to move forward. So I cannot randomly just pick any one string and iterate means increment that I or increment that j if both I and j matches. So if both I and j matches, for example.
Okay, quick time check. We are past 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do in that case, Rishabh? Uh,
Yeah.
think from this perspective. Let's say you have you don't know in this case, like whether I should increase this, then I will get an answer, or whether I would increase
Yeah.
there
Yes,
or
yes.
that I will get an answer, right?
Yeah.
So what in generally in such cases we do, where we can
Try
have a,
both the options.
sorry.
We'll try both the options.
And when we try both the options, what
It's
is that approach?
most recursive kind of thing like
Correct.
GP.
So it's a recursion,
Yeah, so
right?
it's a recursive
So
kind of thing. Yeah.
now you're thinking, right, like we have to try both the options, and now you also
Yeah.
know that recursion is something which comes into the picture, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, think from that perspective.
Okay, so yeah, so generally, if we increment both of them, then like my I pointer move to B, give that pointer moves to C. I check and I check and I check this one. Now next is with this. 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 Okay. So I guess a recursive kind of thing would work.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what I'll do is like if at I and j, if s of I equal to s of j and equal to s of 3k, s1 of I equal to s2 of j equal to s3 of j, then I have two options, right? Whether to iterate in s1 or whether to iterate in s2. So first I'll try. So what I'll do is in my recursive function I will just iterate I plus one. I'll do I plus one. I'll keep the j pointer as it is, and I'll do a k plus one.
Hmm.
So one option I'll get from there, and the second option that I'll get from is I'll keep the I pointer as it is,
Hmm.
and j plus one and k plus one.
Correct.
So and what I'll do is I'll return the or of them, because if
Right.
any one of them matches, right? So
Right.
I'll return the or of them.
Exact.
So basically it will be a boolean kind of recursive function,
Correct.
and when the base case would be like when both I equal to n and j equal to its end, I return a true.
Right. Right. Now, what is the time complexity of this?
Yeah, so general recursive kind of thing, and I have two options, right? And I'm trying both of them, So if you do not memorize it, it will be of the power 2 to the power n, as I'm uh, trying both the options, and if I memorize it,
No, no. Okay.
but I
Okay. Sorry.
but I have three states, right? I have I, J, and K. So I, J, and K. So I guess O of n cube on
No, sorry.
memoizing
No, no.
without memoization if you want.
Before memoization, Risha, like
Yeah.
what complexity you said? 2 raised to power?
2 raised to I have three states. I plus one J. Yeah, two raised power n.
2 raised to power m.
2 raised power 2 raised power mm, 2 raised power n. Yeah.
What is n?
Where n is the length of the string where n is the maximum of the length of the string s1 or s2.
It should be the maximum. Can you double check what is this the correct time
Minimum,
complexity?
minimum of the length of the string s1 and s2.
Why it should be minimum?
Because after one gets to the end, after I gets to the end, the rest of the string should match with that with s2.
Okay. What is the worst case when this time complexity can go? So what would be the worst case use case of S1 and S2 when the,
Yeah.
so okay,
So,
I'll just take S1 equals to, let's say, BB, S2 equals
yeah,
to again BB.
yeah.
Okay, S3 is BB.
Yeah, and all those are same.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are saying it's 2 raised to power n, the minimum. So minimum is
The
nothing but a 2.
minimum is 2, yeah.
Yeah, so can you see that whatever the approach we have come up with, that recursion, and so now in this case, this is the worst case scenario where each character is matching.
Yeah,
So each character has two options, right?
yeah.
Right? So at what depth it can go?
So each character has two options, and so each character. So there are how many characters? There are uh, total of four characters. Each character has two options. So sorry. So I guess it would be 2 to the power n plus n, where n is
Right.
the length of one string and m is the length of other string.
Correct. It would be m plus n, like combined, right?
Combined.
So it will go
Combined.
first of S1, then S2, then
S2,
S1, then S2. So the depth it can go is m plus m.
yeah, that different goal is
Okay.
n plus n.
So this is the worst case. What we are talking about, the brute force, right?
Yeah.
I want you to write this brute force first, then we will try to make it efficient.
Okay.
So just a quick time check. We have only half an hour left.
Okay. So basically, this one. Let's take all this as global parameters. Actually, okay.
And while writing the code, Rishabh, it would be helpful if you can a little bit loud so that I can understand what you are
Yeah.
also going through. Yeah.
Yeah, so I is the pointer at S1, I is the pointer for S1, J is the pointer for S2, and K is the pointer for S3. Okay, and I'll declare this as three, all these three strings globally, so that I don't have to go. And I'll call my function from here recursion 000. So this will be
Let's parse the
answer.
string 1, string 2, string 3 from the main method itself.
Uh, like you do not want it to be global.
Yeah, yeah. Let's pass it from the main method itself.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let's say S1 is something that will be like PDC. S2 is ACB. And this is the form. These are the form ACA, BBC. Yeah. So each one of these three. Yes. Okay. So if S of I equal to S of J, and S of I is equal to S of K, then I have basically two options, right? Then I have basically two options. Then I have basically two options. First is to go I plus 1 J and K plus 1 S1, S2, S3. And second is just go I then J plus 1 and K plus 1. We have S1, S2 and S3. What I'll do is I'll return the OR of them, OP1 and OP2. Else, if S1 of I is equal to S1 of I equal to S, then S of I equal to S of K. Yeah. S of I equal to S of K. Then I have is just to return recursion of I plus 1 J, K plus 1, S1, S2, or S3. Or else S1 of I is also not equal to S1 of K. Yeah, S1 of I equal to S of I equal to this is not equal, right? This is not equal. So this will be so. Okay. So I'll just return recursion of I comma J plus 1. Yeah. If S of I S of J, sorry. S1 of I equal to S2 of J equal to S1 of I equal to S3 of
Is it would be
S1.
S1 of I equals to S2 of J, or S1 of I equals to or S1 of I equals to S3 of K?
Yeah.
First condition, I think it would be S2 of J equals to S3 of K.
Uh, S2 of J should be equal to, but if S1 of I equal to S2 of J and S1 of I equal to S3 of
Okay,
K,
okay.
the is same, right? So like second one is I have S2 of J, S2 of J equal to S3 of K. Yeah. Then what I will do is I return recursion of I plus 1, J plus 1, K plus 1, S, S1, S2, S3, right? And if any one of them is false, like this is also then I would simply return false because S1 of I is equal to and S1 of I equal to S3, both of them matches. S1 of I is equal to S3 of K, S1. S1 of I is also does not matches, S2 of J also does not matches. Then it's simply then return false. Then simply return false, okay. And the base case would be like, base case would be like if I equal to S1 dot size, I equal to S1 dot size, and J equal to S2 dot size, and K equal to S3 dot size, I guess return true, true. I guess return true. Yeah. So let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. I less than.
Do you need all this if else if?
Like all this.
Yeah, no, I am saying, like, do you need all this if else if? Can this be little bit simplified?
Mm, like S1 of I equal to S3 of K. Should equal to S3 of K. Conclusion. At the first place only, like if at the first place only we can just check if S of I, yeah, at the first place only we can just check if S1 of I is not equal to S3 of K and S, but I guess we need it, right? Because if one of them matches, then I need to increment the I pointer, and if the J1 matches, I need to increment the J pointer. Hmm, 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 increment. Like let's first check if this works, and then we
Okay,
can
okay.
build
Sure, sure.
optimize it
No
a
problem.
bit later. Like I'm checking if the base conditions are true. Like if S1 equal to S dot size, J equal to S dot, like all of them reaches their end, then return, I'll simply return true. And this may not work sometimes because like I may cross its limit, so I should not check. Like if sure, so I should also like do a, it's like this: if I is less than S1 dot size and J is less than S2 dot size and K is less than S3 dot size, and I guess then we do this one. So like this is the case, and K is less than S3 dot size. I guess this should work now. We can a bit, yeah. Yeah, I guess it should. S1 is ABC. Yeah, should we run it?
Try, yeah.
I guess it's taking us somewhere else.
Okay, you can write in your so just copy paste the code. Do you have any IntelliJ with you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
let's
Sublime Text with
yeah
me.
let's use this.
Okay. Control C. So is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Just a small thing. It's one is ABC, the street is 3, there's no answer. Here's what okay. Yeah, it's giving me true. Yeah,
This one.
so
Okay.
let's try a false case once.
Okay, can you try yeah, remove, just change some opposite the letter. Uh, yeah,
Let's
A,
try
B, C.
with AC. Let's try AC B.
Hmm.
Will it work now? If we, I have ABC. Okay, so
Just,
let's do all this DB at the end.
mhm.
Okay, AC double C. Okay, A 4 3. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Write
Okay.
this one. I am giving you a sample. Can you write
Yeah.
in the string one double A,
Double A.
B double C,
Double A.
B
B
double
double
C,
C. Yeah.
and in string B write D double B,
B double B.
C A,
C A.
and in the string 3 write double A D,
Double A D.
double B C,
Double B C.
B C A C.
B C A C.
Yeah, can you run
Okay.
it?
So just a small, like if only if S3 dot size is not equal to S1 dot size
Hmm.
plus S2 dot size. I simply do a COC return. Okay. Yeah, so S2 is return. It's giving true.
Where is the output? I am not seeing this.
Here is the output.
Oh, one. One means true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it one?
Yeah, it's a one actually. Okay. Can you just change in this? Okay, can you show me the code once? What is the? Let me go through it. So what you're doing is, so first that check which you have put, that is okay. So now here,
Yeah.
if I equals to s1 dot size and j equals to s2 dot size and all three reach till the end, means it's true.
Yeah. It's
Then
true.
you are putting all three condition, right, like
Yeah.
I has not reached to the end, j has not reached to the
Yeah.
end, and s3 also
Right.
not reached to
Right.
the end, and
Yeah.
all three are equal. Then we have to go at both the path, and from whichever
Yeah.
path we will get a true, it will return a true.
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
if else if yeah, that is once you are returning for I plus 1 and one you are returning for j plus 1.
Equal J plus one. Yeah.
That's okay, but can you do you really required this else if two else ifs? Can
Two
you
else is
yeah,
actually not required.
why just simply
But
if and two if can work, right? So what I'm trying to say, that if you can little bit clarify this, clear this code, like, so one you can run for see, if you remove the above if condition,
yeah.
right, and you can two else if, you can change it to if condition, so that will do the same thing, right? So it will simplify
Uh,
your code little bit. So
okay, so you are telling to just remove the above if one and to just do like this,
yeah,
right?
two if condition, so if
Two
whichever
if condition.
if both if condition got true, it will run both,
It will run both. Okay,
right? So it
okay,
will little bit clears your code. Yeah, you can remove it. That was
Yeah, yeah.
actually
So
not required.
I just checking. Oh, it is giving zero now. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and delete the commented
Uh,
part. Okay, yeah.
no, it's actually giving a wrong answer now.
Yeah, yeah, that we can correct it. So we actually the above case if condition we don't need it. So we can just see. So here why it is giving false is right. There you have an option one, option two, and you are returning an or. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
you
Oh,
just need
okay,
a
okay.
that thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just interesting. Option one to this one, and option two equal to this. And initially, let's do both of them as false. False. Option two is also false. And let's do a or right. You're telling.
Just a quick time check. We have last 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's working.
Okay. Yeah. What is the space complexity in this program?
So the space complexity is actually the depth of the recursion stack. So as I am so the depth of the recursion stack can go at least I guess um, O uh, O M O if we take the N1 is the size of let S N1 be the size of S1 and 2 be the size of S2. Then space complexity I guess N1 plus N2 cube O of N1 plus N2 cube or O of N plus N cube.
Cube.
O of N plus N cube. Just because O of N plus O of N into M, sorry, O of N into M. O of N into M. Yeah. O of N into M.
Yep.
O of N into M. Yeah.
So now, so time complexity, we know that it's 2 raised to power m plus
N
n,
plus
right?
M.
So
Yeah.
now can you see, can we improve a little bit time complexity?
Yeah, actually we can memorize the code. Like what we can do is there are three state changing tables, right? So what I can do is dp of I, dp of j, and dp of k.
No, sorry, what you're
The
doing?
Yeah, hello.
What are you doing? DP, what is DPIJK?
So I'm actually memorizing the code.
Hmm.
So I'm actually
No,
memorizing it.
okay. So
Since there are overlapping some problems and
correct, correct. Before
yeah, so
memorizing Rishabh, first tell me the
yeah.
use case where it will do the like what is the bottleneck? Like, can you little bit
But
explain before?
okay, so like if my test case is like A and S1 is like A and S2 is also like and S3 is of the type then it may go at the worst case time complexity.
No, that is okay. But why we you need memoization?
Since the time complexity is exponential and so it's exponential in the power 2 to the power n plus m and we cannot do that much computations, right? So what dp will do is it will bring down the time complexity. It will since there are overlapping sub problems
Okay,
to the problem, so it will memorize that
correct.
problem, and whenever we have seen that I have already visited this state, it will just
Yep,
return from that state rather than going again into the recursion tree.
correct. So there is a sub-problem overlapping which you're
Yeah,
trying to solve.
overlapping sub problems. Yeah.
And how you are trying to solve what you are. So can you explain me like in whatever you have taken a DP array, what you are trying to store before writing the code?
Yeah, so dp of I comma j comma k will basically store whether I've come to the whether I've come at this stage or not. So if I've come at this stage, then I'll simply return from that. I'll simply return from it at that stage. Means what it will basically store is the answer for dp of and the final answer will be like a dp of n minus one, m minus one, and k minus one.
So you are taking three arrays, DP of I, DP of J, DP of K. Like
No,
I didn't get it. Like
one array only, but three states n, m, and k.
okay,
Like this rule of dp of if I take like 101, 101, and 101. So like
what is this 101?
So this is actually the size. So we can also again, take a vector as well. So anything like I'm taking the worst. So what can be the maximum size of S1?
Okay, so you have wanted to take a whatever the maximum length you want to take that one
Yeah,
itself. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let's take 101. Keep it as a
Yeah,
that. Okay,
what
this is the maximum.
100 or 100. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm taking and I'm taking this memorization part. Like if I've come to if I've come at this stage or not. So if I've come at this stage, then I'll simply return from this stage. And if not, and I'll simply store. Yeah, it's still giving the answer. Yeah, so the now the time complexity actually reduces to O of, so the previous, so previously the time complexity was O of 2 to the power n plus m, O of 2 to the power n plus m, where n was the size of S1 and m was the size of S2. And now using memorization, it actually came down to O of n into m, yeah, O of n into m, into actually O of I j k. So basically O of n into n plus m, you can say.
Okay.
So basic, yeah, like O of n cube kind of thing. O of n cube.
No,
And
what
the
is O
space
of n
complete.
cube? No, no. It's not O of n cube. Uh,
Okay, so like if I take like n is the space, if n is the size of S1 and m is the size of
so
S2,
with the help of memoization,
yeah,
every so the all we have removed it the subset, so overlapping problem, right? So
overlapping,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
now become a, you can say that actually a DP. It's a O of
yeah,
n into m actually. So you did
yeah,
correctly. So it's not O of n cube. So it's n into m.
okay,
Okay, that's very
okay,
well.
and
Like so that's we have almost reached to the exact point 9:40, almost 2 minutes left. So that's pretty much from my side. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
so
So any
still
questions
left.
you have, Rishabh?
Uh, like overall, like this can also be solved using tabular DP, right? Like if you do
Yeah.
not use the recursive one.
So okay, so we still have couple of minutes. So do you want to discuss on that DP one, like, or
The tabular one.
so I'm okay with that one. This one, but like if you have wanted to discuss with DP one, like, can you share me your
Uh,
thought, like what you're thinking about DP, like you're saying?
like if I think about the bottom up one, like the tabular DP one, so for that I would think like this, for DP of I comma j comma k will basically store like I have iterated like what will be the answer for s of 1 of 0 to I, s of 2 of 0 to j, and s of 3 of 0 to k. So if it is basically giving the correct answer or not, like DP of I j k basically stores the answer for the length traversed of S1 from 0 to I, the length
Correct,
traversed from
correct.
S2 from 0 to J, and the length
So
traversed.
the subset, like the you can say that 0 to I is wherever the I would be. So we will be checking only that part. So it's like a bottom up. Yeah, correct. Okay, Rishabh. So that's pretty much from my side, and I think it's an end of our this one. You can stop sharing the screen also. This we can come on the video itself only. Okay, Rishabh. So now it's time for the feedback, and we are almost done. So how was it, man? Like, might be there is some communication gap in the question and all. Did you feel something like that? You are not audible, Rishabh. You are not audible. Not audible again. Hello, Rishabh. You are not audible. So can you might be a mic problem. Can you remove earphone once? No. Can you try without earphone?
Yeah, hello. Am I audible right now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Oh, sorry.
So Rishabh, is there
Yeah.
did you felt any gap in the communication of question or anything else?
No, the communication of the question, there was no gap as such in the communication of the question. I got
Okay.
the question at the first go only, but yeah, you just pointed out that edge case, so that I missed.
Okay.
So like first when I went by the two pointer approach, so I thought like two pointer approach would work. So then you gave me an edge case, so like yeah that.
Okay.
So then I went on to go in a more recursive means I. Started thinking in a recursive kind of way. So whenever there are two options, like, but I struggled a bit in the time complexity. So this is generally a bit of problem with me. Like whenever I write a recursive code, I memorize it, and then the time complexity becomes easier because the DP of states, the number of states in DP, basically becomes the time complexity of the code. But before memorizing the code, the time complexity is actually a bit harder to guess because we need to find the depth of the recursion tree, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so that was a bit of a challenge for me
Sure.
to correctly figure out the time
Sure.
complexity.
Okay, let's go with the feedback, Rishabh.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
and sorry for the noise which is coming from the back for the crackers.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
there is
yeah,
a
yeah,
marriage garden at the back, so it's
yeah, no problem.
okay. So Rishabh, like leadership principle, as we discussed, we skipped, so that's
Yeah,
okay. So it is also not applicable for you. So in the quick sort part, you have all the given. So the reason for asking basic is like we are doing an advanced coding, right? Base should not we should not get out of touch of the base, right? So in place complexity wise and the quick sort approach you quickly told, that showed me that you have the basic still practice, even though you are might be doing daily DP recursion anything, but your base is still is you are in touch, like what is the exactly time complexity which is in place, right? So that is good. So that from that perspective that I am good. Now coming to the problem side, right? The first thing is the analysis part, right? So there you started with analysis, right? But there is some gap, like you missed some edge cases, and that
yeah,
is kind of, you can say that if the interviewer didn't give you the edge case right properly, you might have lost another 5-10 minutes more, and you might not be able to complete, right? So now it totally comes to the interviewer if he able to help you or if he don't help you, if he give you a hint about the edge case or not. Otherwise you will be keep on doing the two sliding window problem, right? Two pointer approach
two
something
point
you are saying.
approach.
So you would be still doing that and you will start writing the code, then at last when I told you what about this use case, you gone.
Yeah,
First thing is you have to do is more analysis part. So out of, you can say, 5, I will give you on this 2, because if I didn't help you in this one, next stage you won't be able to reach, because and totally depend upon the interviewer. Sometimes interviewer comes good and they help actually, right? And why I help you, because you were talking to me actually, so you did the communication right. So that is one your plus point, that your communication was good. So when whatever you were thinking, you told actually me that this is the use case. So sometimes what happen is candidate do like they don't talk that much, so they think internally in their mind. So in that case I might not help giving the edge case also. So this is you can say that at communication point of view that was an advantage, but at analysis point there is some gap. Okay, now let's come to the second part, discussion. So discussion you are doing, but at there some point I have to tell you that, Rishabh, please speak out loud so that I would also understand what you are thinking. So this is little bit, it's not totally you are not discussing, you are discussing with me, but let's say when you are trying to discuss on the if you remember I give you a hint about the recursion, right?
yeah,
So go with the recursion. If let's say you are not discussing with me, right? I don't sometime I say that. So what happens generally, right, Rishabh? Many in interview, when a interviewer take an interview, they will also do some office work also, I'll to be honest, right? So until and unless you don't engage him, right, he will keep looking at his mail, he will see some his messages, right? Until if you don't keep, if you keep me engaging, Like I will keep everything aside because you are talking to me. That is one key point which is very very important. Keep the interviewer engaged, and as soon as you will keep me engaged, right, I will give you a hint. Like Rishabh, the
Sure.
recursion you are going right. Take recursion approach, right? So one other thing is, on the discussion part, you are doing the discussion, but try to engage more, little bit more on the interviewer side, right? So at some point around, for a good amount of time, you were thinking about, from two pointer to recursion, there was a gap. So there I have to jump in. So in that period, you just, what you can do is, you can see like what is going in your mind to the interviewer. So just tell that what I am thinking, Shanshis, like if I can do this. It doesn't matter. You are not asking any input from me, but think out loud. Like I might think, oh, okay, Rishabh can ask me question anytime, so I have to be listening to him. Okay, and then I can give you a hint. So from the discussion point of view, I can give you, you can say that 2.5 out of 5. It's a, you were discussing, but little bit you have to improve more, right? Then there is something called speed. Your speed is good. Like so you did the coding without any compilation error. That is very very good. Plus you also optimize it. So your speed of coding is good. So that is, I didn't find any this thing. So it's a complete mask on this from my side. Then it comes a clean coding. So clean coding, I want to deduct some points here, let's say. So in clean coding, you can say like first of all,
Redundancy, like.
yeah, duplicacy of the code which is not even needed. Sometimes what we happen is, in the, even in the coding when we do in the actual, right, we do too much conservative coding. Let's say I afraid that my code will not break, so I put if condition. Let's say I put if
Mhm.
condition, putting so many if condition that, okay, for each and each thing, even they are not required, right? So always try to remove such code which is not even necessary, right? The one point is, I told you that it is not even required, that if condition totally,
Mhm.
right? That is one of the place. So you can clean little bit code up. Try to avoid taking IJK. Okay,
Okay.
try
Yeah.
taking index of say S1 index,
That's one.
S2 index, S3 index, right? Avoid
Okay.
IJK, because if anybody read your code, right, they don't know like I is corresponding to S1 IJ. So if you say S1 index,
Mhm.
they know, okay, it's related to S1 string. Okay, so little bit clean coding you have to do. And clean coding, you got what you have to do, naming conventions, plus the code which is, just see after writing the code, whatever you did, it's perfectly fine, but after writing, just see, give one more glance, can I reduce unnecessary code, right? So in the clean code, again, I will give you 2.5 out of 5. Some I am giving less because of naming convention and the duplicacy of the code, right? But
Yeah.
rest was okay. So the recursion name, I was totally readable, recursion and all. Then completeness of the code, that I want to give, again, complete marks, that it was complete, like till you able to till the memoization. And yeah, there is some point, data structure point, right? So here, how much you have command over data structure, right? So that is not related to the interview part, that I'm saying for you to, for the interview preparation part, right? So by looking at the question, you should be able to identify the pattern. So by looking at this question, you should know that it's a recursion problem, right? Some, so this will come, like looking at the problem, I can know that it's a sliding window problem. If it's a sub array, if I want to, if the question is like, give me a sub array, in the sub array, which is the maximum sub array length, let's say, or in this sub array, find the maximum number. I know it. I will be using two pointer, right? So by looking at the question and just quickly identify the pattern. What is the pattern I need to do? So that's where you will save the time. So today, if I won't help you, you won't be able to proceed further. You will waste lot of time in thinking what pattern it is actually, right? So this is
True.
one
True.
thing, you should identify the pattern. Like I need to apply recursion here.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I got the recursion part. Like, whenever I when I thought that S of one, the three characters just matched. So at that point of time, I just once thought that yeah, recursion might come helpful.
Hmm.
Because it will try all the possible
Hmm.
combinations and then it will give me the answer.
Correct.
But then I thought that if I just move, let's try a more greedy approach. But
Correct.
yeah, most of the times greedy approach it doesn't prove
Hmm.
to be right. It's just our intuition.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, it
always go
fails
from the
sometimes.
brute force.
Yeah.
Right, so this is just a pointer, like some pattern matching thing is like there are some common problems for which you can identify that this belongs to this pattern. So all this problem comes to the recursion, right? All
Hmm.
this problem comes to a sliding window problem. All this problem can be solved through this greedy, some basic, right? So this is known as, like, you can know that it's a pattern identification, right? So little bit work has to be done. Some work has to be done on time complexity part,
Yeah.
right? You are able to identify the time complexity, but the thing is, certain like time complexity is wrong. It's not that totally different. You said 2 raised to power m, it actually 2 raised to power m plus n. So
Yes.
just give think one more time, like whenever you say that okay it's a final, before saying it's a final, just think one more time. That's just one input, that okay, is it really 2 of m, like can it be more? Just see one more time, so that at least know, okay, yeah, it could be more. And some time complexity little bit has to be worked, not much, but you are able to identify the time complexity for the efficient one, which is good. So it's good, but do some more practice on the time complexity, so that okay, so that you are able to make the code efficient, that is very good. And that's pretty much from my side. So based on this feedback, right, Rishabh, I will suggest for the round 2 actually. In that case, if I would be taking your interview, I would send this feedback that these so round 2 generally is also coding, right? So these all the points which I told, right, analysis, the where the you have to improve. So in my feedback form, I will give it to the round 2 person, but with this feedback that in the round 2, see if this thing has been improved or not, giving one more chance, right? So in the round 2, generally what happens is whatever the feedback comes from round 1, where you were lagging, so in round 2, have you improved on that? Plus, you should perform better in the round 2 also, right? So based on this, for you are eligible for round 2, Rishabh. But that also depend upon the interviewer. So if it's a good interviewer, most of the time interviewer helps, right? I'm talking about from Amazon perspective, Google perspective, Meta perspective. The interviewers wanted to hire. They don't want to reject you. So there is a different thing. Interviewer, I am taking an interview to reject you. I have like something like I have to reject him. But some interviewers are like they wanted to hire. They wanted to help. And all these big companies, right, good product based companies, they have the intention to hire. So they do help, right? So from that perspective, I recommend for the round 2. But if you there are, you know, the places where you have to work, because if other company, so interviewer might not help, so there is a chance, still there is a chance you might lag in the interview round 1, right? But it's a probability is more 50% more than that interviewer will recommend you for the round 2. So that's the conclusion of the feedback, right? So if I am the interviewer, definitely I want to hire, I don't want to reject. So you have many qualities than what you're lagging behind, right? So in that basis, on round 2, I would be see that if you did well on those where you were lagging, right? So that's pretty much from my side, and I
Yeah.
hope it helps you.
Yeah, yeah, it helped a lot because the placement scenarios means the placements are coming up with the next month only. So like I was preparing for the placements only. So like I'm in touch, like I'm doing lead code every day, like every now and then. So like I can identify the problems, like but there are some cases like whenever you feel like in most of the DP problems, like I can identify like it's a kind of DP, it's a kind of recursion. So in coding the recursion part in also, but the time complexity of recursion part, whenever I am to guess the time complexity of recursion part without the memorization part, it kind of get a bit tricky, because you need to find the depth of the recursion stack
Correct.
and how many states. So yeah, I have to improve on that part a bit. And yeah, so today in this question, like if whenever I thought that the first approach, like whenever I felt that just increment the I pointer without deciding. So yeah, that was a major
Right.
major flaw that I found
Yeah.
over here. So if I the first go only just thought of a recursive function, like I'll just increment both of them and I'll check whichever gives me the right answer. Then
Correct.
that would have
Yeah,
helped
the
a
first part,
bit.
right? Analysis part is very important actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I
in the when you will actually work, right, nobody will ask DP. You will never gonna work on DP. You will never gonna work on linked list, right? But whatever the project you will got, right, you have to do the analysis, right? So analysis is very important. Like, are you able to find the edge cases? So if you see that, that has very more weightage, because you know everything, but if analysis is wrong, the rest all things will go wrong,
we will go wrong.
right?
Yeah.
So if your analysis is screwed up, rest everything will get screwed up for sure. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess I need to work a bit
Yeah.
more on the analysis, but like figuring out the edge cases. But like
Yeah.
if I figured out that edge case, that would have been helpful. Yeah, that would have made the whole
Correct.
approach a bit different.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
man. Like, so generally
yeah.
what happen is a strong recommendation, and there is something like
Weak higher, strong higher and weak higher.
yeah. So currently you are lying in mid. Like, so it's not as strong because you analysis and somewhere is lagging communication, discussion part, right? If you improve that, you definitely can move to the strong part one, right? Because I not a single compilation error, so you are very good in coding for sure, and that's what SD1 they want, like coder, hard coder. Like, if they get a problem, identify, code it. That's what big tech companies wanted from SD1 for sure. Like, should be like very strong in coding. So that shows very well. Like, you didn't think like it would be as dot character at, or it's a array, like what. So that is a very good part. So okay,
Thank you, sir.
Rishabh, yeah, good luck for your
Yeah,
preparation. I hope it
yeah,
helps.
sir. Sir, can we do another mock interview in the future, like at the end of July or at the starting of
Sure,
August?
sure. Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
time and date, end of July, I cannot commit. So based upon, so you can still be in touch, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
based on that, we can decide the day, right? Based
Okay.
upon
Okay, sir.
the
Okay, sir.
my office work and all these things, we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let
Sure.
it.
Sure.
But we can do another
Okay.
round, no problem in that. I am totally okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. It was great.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Yes. Yes. See.
Bye.